in the last session, I had discussed about how to use information communication technology in research. And in that, I largely concentrated on how to do the reference and what are the reference sources, and specifically, what are the statistical softwares that you will be able to use for the analysis of the data, and also your project report preparation. Those softwares I had listed. In research, one of the fundamental and most important segment, I'll be able to say that it will be the collection of the data. How will you collect the data? So the best way of different methods of data collection is there, especially in social science. If we are doing a market survey, generally we are going to give a questionnaire forum, and whatever the statistics that are absolutely required, data collection is of highest importance, accurate data collection, and that data has to be converted into a computer compatible format, and wherein we will be able to use different softwares for the analysis of the data. So what I am trying to emphasize over here, it can be a government project or a social science project or a life science project or a physical science project. Ultimately, we are going to say we have to handle the data, research data. So in the case of science, what is going to happen? We will do some experiment, and those readings we are going to collect and we are going to analyze. But on the other hand, whether it is a government body or whether it is a NGO or whether it is a non-profit organization or a commercial manufacturing unit, all of them, they have to do, in order to perform well and plan, they have to do the survey, market survey they have to do, and one or the other type of data collection they have to do. So data collection is of paramount importance for all the industries, whether it is academic or it is a commercial body. Data collection is going to occupy a very crucial role or say phase in research. So specifically, what are the future prospects, or what is the current scenario? So such type of decisions we will be able to take only when we are going to do the data analysis. So how will you do it? So you need to ask questions and you have to get the reply, and the questionnaires, systematically developed questionnaire, certainly it is going to give a lot of insight for future planning, or even we will be able to correct if there is any protocol mistake or any method mistake is there, that we will be able to correct by looking at the feedback. So what exactly is a questionnaire is? Questionnaire is a research instrument consisting of set of standardized questions to gather statistically useful information. So I'm going to very specifically emphasize strongly over here, whatever may be the data, whether it is the alpha data or a numerical data or a alphanumerical data or grading. So whatever may be the different type of data, ultimately the data has to be converted for statistical analysis. So you have to prepare a questionnaire in a way, and you have to standardize the questions in a way that there should be a quantitative or qualitative analysis should be possible over the data. So that is why I have given here statistically useful information on some subject from one or more respondents. So it can be 100, it can be 1,000, or it can be say whatever may be the target research group or audience that you are going to select. It should be relevant, and every question that is there in the questionnaire should be able to help the researcher in a particular direction. So the questionnaires should be very simple. Consider the questionnaire to be written interview or consisting of standardized questions which can be answered face to face, or even by telephone. We will be able to call and we will be able to collect the opinion, or through physically we can send the questionnaire physical copy, and then we will be able to collect. These are the good old methods. But in current scenario, when everybody is connected with a smartphone or one or the other device like laptop or desktop or a tablet or a smartphone, we will be able to very accurately, we will be able to collect the, we will be able to specifically collect the questionnaire online. So the online questionnaire is a series of questions specifically structured to gather information about a target audience or group of people conducted online. The interviewee rather will answer. Yeah. Hello. Any problem? Yeah, I'm able to hear you.
No problems. Continue.
Okay.
It's audible.
Okay, fine. So specifically, the most important part in online questionnaire is specifically that you have to see who are your target audience or group of people whom you are going to send the questionnaire, and who are the, in other words, who are the interviewees will answer the forum easily, accessing it through an internet connection. So specifically, we are using the ICT technology over here to create. So here on the other hand, I have given the smileys, or say specifically 1 to 10 scale or 1 to 5 scale, you will be able to use and collect. So the purpose of questionnaire is, what is the main purpose of questionnaire? The main purpose of a questionnaire is to extract data from the respondents. I'm not going to use the word opinion over here. I am using the word extract data from the respondents. So whatever question you have given, accordingly they have to answer, and that should be scalable. So it is a relatively inexpensive, quick and efficient way of collecting large amount of data, even when the researcher isn't present to collect those responses firsthand. So this is the advantage. You don't have to go physically meet everybody. So you will be able to send the online questionnaire link to their mail or to their, so many social groups are there, socially interacting groups are there. You will be able to send to it, and within no time, we will be able to collect. So, but an important factor to note that the questionnaire isn't a process of analyzing the responses. It is only a process of survey. So your questionnaire, when you are using a Google form or any other type of online survey you are going to do, you have to say specifically create the questionnaire in that particular software or platform, and that should be accessible to the target audience. So what is an online questionnaire specifically used for? Online questionnaires allow the process to be effective. It will be accurate firsthand. No question of any type of error in data collection. We will not be there. Whatever the target audience or a consumer is going to very specifically opine, so that will be automatically transferred to the database that is attached at the backend. So researchers can reach a wider audience, obtain the results in real time, and collect large amount of information for better decision making. So this is the very crucial point that all of us should understand. So the questions that are there in the questionnaire should be useful in order to make a decision, and it should be easily understandable by the target audience, and accordingly there should be a clear checkbox or radio button or pull down menu. It should be well structured, in other words, so that the collected information, it should help the researcher in a specific, not biased decision, a clear-cut decision making, and a statistically significant analysis it should become. So whatever I said, I have specifically given it in the form of a cartoon over here. Get information in real time. So specifically, a real-time data collection is absolutely required. You can see the monitor over there. This fellow is seeing 3 monitors are there in 3 different ways. He is analyzing it, and reach as many people as you want quickly and easily. One should be able to reach large number. More the data, the statistical analysis will be more accurate. So online questionnaires are significantly cheaper. Instead of printing a paper, traveling, meeting them, then again collecting it back. So all type of other unwanted expenses we will be able to avoid in research. So that online questionnaires are significantly cheaper. There are so many in the later part of my session. I'm going to show the different softwares that are effectively used across the world. And then, as I said, statistical analysis and visualization of the data is important. What are the graphs? Graphs are nothing but we are visualizing our data. So, and you will be able to specifically discuss with the stakeholders of your research, and then you can come to a directional inference. So, whatever I had shown in all these say cartoons that I have shown here, that I have put it in the form of Word. So get information in real time. Unlike a traditional paper-based method, online questionnaires allow you to obtain answers from a large part of a sample population immediately. And you are going to get unbiased data over here. So another important advantage that you are going to see over here is the greater reach. This is one of the most important advantages. Online questionnaires allow a researcher to reach as many people as you want quickly and easily, so that you can send them through email or QR codes or publish them on social network, or even if you are having an institutional, say, web page. In the web pages also, you will be able to give the link of the questionnaire, and specifically you can send the link by SMS to as many people you want. So the first point what did I say is specifically greater reach. This is the first point. And the second point is save resources. Online questionnaires are significantly cheaper than doing them on paper. So in addition to reduce the resource of time, since it's not necessary to go to each and every person and answer the process of information. So then another most important point is you will be able to better segmentation you will be able to do. What do you mean by segmentation? So your questions can be structured in such a way that it can be the general information, it can be you can part another segment as technical information, or you will be able to, if they have already used a particular product or particular facility, then you will be able to ask their opinion. So this is, the questions can be well structured, like a general part or a technical part or personal information. So whatever that is required for the project, one will be able to structure the questionnaires so that the sample precisely according to the factors that suits you the best. You have to see the goal of the research. You have to see the perspective of research, in what direction you are conducting this survey. What do you want to do with that data? So keeping that in mind, you will be able to very critically segment your questionnaire, specifically more valuable and accurate responses. I'm going to come at a later part what type of questions one can ask, or you will be able to do some research, and also you can work out on the questions and then direct and very clear, say, communicating questions. If you are going to use, then what is going to happen? The input that you are going to get in the, say, response forum will be valuable and it should be accurate. So greater participation. Here, what is the meaning of greater participation means? For example, if you are going to conduct survey only in Mysore, or you are going to conduct survey only in a part of Mysore, or you are going to conduct survey only with a particular age group, then what is going to happen? You cannot generalize that data for the entire state. So that shouldn't happen. So this point involves factors such as the length of the questionnaire and the ease and accuracy of the questions and the design. And in addition to the fact that (06), kindly mute your microphone. Participant 06, please mute your microphone. So the ease of accuracy of questions and the design, in addition to the fact that you can create mobile surveys, and reach your participants wherever they are. So these are the 4 advantages. First advantage, greater reach, save resources, better segmentation. So since the emergence of customer feedback, online survey software and questionnaire tools have evolved into something entirely different. So a lot of companies, not only a researcher, real-time survey, most of the industries they are going to do, and most of the, it can be electronic company, or it can be automobile, or it can be any segment of industry that you are going to use. Very effectively, they are going to use the customer feedback. So they have evolved very high profile softwares are available, and questionnaire development tools are available, so that very easily accurate analysis is possible over the traditional survey tools. And the long list of questions or anonymous respondents is not going to help. If the questionnaire is very long, means then the participant will get bored and is not going to answer all the questions, then that will become a biased analysis. Then anonymous respondents. Anonymous respondents, in some cases, we require anonymous respondents. And in certain cases, we require credibility. Who has opined, who are the participant, and we have to relate the opinion to the respondent. So thereby, anonymous and with relatively stakeable respondents, both are required over here. So online survey software has managed to stay in fashion among the online marketeers. So as the information technology developed, the industry started, specifically contacting the software developers to prepare the online questionnaire and online questionnaire analysis softwares. So this ongoing popularity is, of course, also attributed to the fact that online survey software is simple and easy way to get in touch with the targeted audience, gather useful information, especially because some tools are now also capable of gathering in-depth and in-the-moment insights into the processes like online journey or e-marketing or whatever is the title or the goal of that particular project. So what we can learn from the online survey softwares and questionnaire tools is there are several reasons, and businesses send out online surveys, for example, gathering the product feedback, conducting market research, obtaining feedback or customer service, measuring customer and employee satisfaction. So these are the specifically the routine analysis that every company or even a researcher will be able to utilize the online softwares. So there are nearly more than 50 to 60 online softwares that are available. Some are totally free and some are we have to pay and use. So here the question arises that out of 50 or 60 different types of online softwares that are available, or more than 12 free online survey softwares that are available, which tool will be right for us? Which will be the right type of online questionnaire software to be used? So picking a suitable online survey software or questionnaire tool for your business can be little confusing, or I'll be able to use the word tricky, and especially considering how many of these softwares are being added to the market. So last week it was somewhere around nearly, if you are going to see the top 10 softwares that are used worldwide, now to that, say in 1 month or 1.5 month period, the same topic I delivered in one of the engineering colleges. So yesterday when I was going through and browsing through the web, I'm seeing nearly 5 to 6 more additional softwares are added. There are also some distinctions between the features you receive with paid version versus the free version. So free version, you know that almost all the potential of a commercial software, online questionnaire software will not be there in the free version. So we have to very judiciously, we have to identify the right type of online questionnaire software. And specifically, the first software that is at the top of the list. I'm showing the website of that particular software. The first software is Opinion. So specifically, Opinion is a most popular software used at the international level. So if you are looking for a tool that combines the surveying capabilities together with more in-depth customer feedback analytics and data exploration, it might be worth you while you consider the Opinion solution. So Opinion is a all-in-one user feedback software. Not only makes use of online survey, but also takes feedback one step further and offers in-depth analysis opportunities for the user. So this is a real-time data visualization, and it is customizable for dashboards also. You can customize, or you can customize it to charts. Users are able to quick and efficiently digest large sums of feedback data, and specifically they will be able to use it as a web page. Also, you can send your questionnaire link, or you can send the questionnaire link to the mobile apps or to the email. So this is one of the top online questionnaire softwares that I'm showing over here, Opinion. So the next top software that is used worldwide is the Fidier. Fidier is an accessible survey platform that lets the team get instant clarity on their users' experience and future needs, create playful surveys, and can be automated and sent out at key touch points. So this is again a very powerful and easy to share visual reports that connect with our existing workflows, integrate your surveys into website and different apps you will be able to link over there. And then you can send the link of this particular software, your say feedback online forum link. You can send it to email or via SMS. You will be able to send it to the participants. So this is one of the forum that I had created just to show you. Nearly you will be able to see here on a trial basis when we are going to do that. Nearly 209 people have specifically responded to it. Next is the HubSpot. Next software name is the HubSpot, and also the URL address of this particular online survey I have given over here, this software, HubSpot out-of-the-box survey tool. And you are able to work with some of the softwares. You will be able to feed only the qualitative data. And this software is capable of handling both the qualitative and quantitative feedback. So you can understand your, whoever is your, I have used the word customer over here, customer or whoever is your target audience, they will be able to very easily understand and unbiased, say specifically feedback they will be able to give. And then you can create, deliver surveys via email or on in your college website, you will be able to send it. So this tool also helps you to choose the right format for your survey, and one will be able to track the surveys, and also we will be able to say specifically analyze that, and customer experience we will be able to improve upon. And out of the first three softwares that I showed, over that, though at the international rating level, the SurveyMonkey is in the 4th position. But SurveyMonkey, especially in India, most of the researchers and also institutions, they are using the SurveyMonkey. So one of the more well-known online survey software and questionnaire tool, SurveyMonkey is used by millions of business all over the world. So we will be able to customize this SurveyMonkey, and even for our academic research also, we will be able to use it. It provides users with 15 different types of survey questions. You can include multiple choice questions, open comments, and Likert scales we will be able to use over here. So this tool is perfect for both online and offline survey. Also, we will be able to do it. However, this is less suitable in terms of measuring overall satisfaction or resurveying customers again after a certain period of time. So because of this drawback, what they have done, it has occupied the 4th position, though it is popularly used almost worldwide. So next will be the paper forum. Paper forum software, very specifically online survey software. So paper forum is a flexible SaaS platform designed to help small businesses and teams to simply work and get more done. The tool allows user to make sales, take booking payments, communicate with customers, and put manual processes on autopilot. You will be able to completely automate it. So this can be customized very easily. The questions can be customized for any academic research survey. Also, we will be able to customize it. So paper forum editor is built from the ground up, doesn't require any technical expertise. So this is a main advantage where any researcher, even if he is not say completely trained with the computer operation and ICT facility, with minimum knowledge also one will be able to use this particular software, and with lots of customization, we will be able to customize this software as per our research project and what type of data we want to collect. Complete say customization is possible in this. Then advanced workflows, integration, and pre-built templates. It is all in one tool for say specifically what they have given in the company website. That information I have copied over here. Small business to build and the solutions they need. So this can be completely customized. Even if we are doing PhD, we will be able to, as per our project requirement, we will be able to customize it. So the sixth software is Qualitrix. Qualitrix is a online survey software, and it is also a questionnaire tool. Say specifically pushes the boundaries of traditional surveys. So nearly you will be able to load in this software 100 plus questions, different types of questions you will be able to load over here. You can give the questions with logic or email triggering also, we will be able to do it. So thereby real-time web response users, they can also choose over 30 different types of graph types and export results in the comma separated values, or we'll be able to take it to the next for a statistical program called as for SPSS, we will be able to export this data from this particular forum. So Qualitrix, where we want a robust statistical analysis, advanced statistical analysis if we want to do, then the Qualitrix is the best software. So wherein we will be able to, whatever data that is collected in Qualitrix, we will be able to download it as a comma separated file. Either we will be able to use it in Excel, or we will be able to export it to SPSS. So then, and one more software is the Allchemer. Allchemer, it's taken by over, earlier it was called as the Survey Gizmo. Survey Gizmo was initially just like Survey Monkey. It was very popular, and now the software company is taken over by Allchemer. So specifically, customization is also possible in this. And what exactly is the advantage of using this software is there is a more attractive in terms of look and feel of the survey than the Survey Monkey. So it also offers nearly 100 different types of questions we will be able to load over here, and it can be customized. And then specifically the users liking, additionally users can configure their own surveys quickly and easily. So customization is not a big problem over here, because some of the softwares, they will not allow customization. So specifically for the researchers where the resources are very minimum, at that time we will be able to use some of the softwares which has also got a robust statistical analysis facility at the back end. So we will be able to use that. So next is a very useful software called as the Get Feedback. So this is the home page of the Get Feedback I have given over here. So very easily build branded surveys using a drag and drop, and number of different personalization features are there in this software. And it is highly flexible and adapts to each and every platform that is used to distribute survey. It can be a desktop, it can be a laptop or a tablet or a smartphone. So whatever may be the device you are using, you will be able to integrate it to that particular platform. So specifically, the surveys are also visible in your Salesforce dashboard. Salesforce is another software wherein a company will be able to keep track of the sales over here. So similarly, you will be able to use the Salesforce along with the get feedback. So next is the say more academically used software is the Question Pro. Question Pro is a very simple web browser or a web-based survey application intended for, say, you will be able to add for the small and medium-sized institutions. So this survey software enables company to easily create online polls and surveys, and there are also multiple survey templates are there. And here we will be able to load more than 30 different types of questions we can load over here. So specifically, we can send it to the email to the target visitors via integrated pop-ups. Pop-ups, if they are seeing some other website, so this can go as a pop-up, and they will be prompted to give their, say, whatever feedback they have to give, they will be able to provide. So this is again, Question Pro is also very widely used by the researchers. Complete customization is possible. Then, of course, if you are unable to get the 9 softwares that I had mentioned earlier, so in today's scenario, all of us are using the Chrome. So we will be able to easily create a Google Forum here. And Google Forum is one of the wonderful software wherein we will be able to create an online questionnaire here. And also we will be able to frame the question as per the requirement of the research work that we are doing. So again, Google Forum is a free online survey software and a questionnaire tool that allows its users to quickly and easily put together survey questions via a drag and drop interface. And in terms of designing, these surveys can be entirely customized, and the tool provide you with the real-time response into info and charts. So there is a back-end statistical analysis is also there. So immediately it is going to give you on many parameters, the charts and other analysis you are going to get from this forum. So this data also can be connected with the other Google products. So you will be able to integrate other software, other Google products, you will be able to integrate with the Google Forum, and you will be able to analyze the data much more effectively. So next, one more, the 11th software that can be used over here is Qualaroo by ProProofs. Qualaroo was recently, this is taken over by the company called as ProProofs. Is an online survey software with which users can create easy and accessible surveys. These surveys usually appear at the bottom of your screen in the form of a widget. So this is how very easily you can conduct polls amongst your visitors, ask short and simple questions, and also include a question library that can be used to form the basis. So here itself, you are going to instantly see wherever I am pointing my mouse, you will be able to see here whatever the data, feedback data, or students or researchers or whoever is your target audience, they are going to fill. Immediately, you are going to get the statistical analysis of this data on various parameters that are there in the questionnaire. Then another most popular type of online feedback forum is the Type Forum. So Type Forum is an online survey software which very user-friendly interface is there for this, as you will be able to see over here, and allows users to put survey together themselves. And you don't have to go and specifically go for a data analysis, or you don't have to take the support of a data analyst. So as a respondent, the process of filling the survey goes quite smoothly. The free version of Type Forum is also available with free features such as unlimited question and answer, data export options, and customized design you will be able to do here. Or you will be able to, the software itself is going to give certain templates. If a researcher doesn't know how to create a template means then the software itself suggests certain templates, and it's a wonderful software to work with. Then one more is the Certificate. Certificate is, again, you will be able to see here in desktop, you can open a lot of statistical analysis is available over here. So specifically, you will be able to download the data in the form of say comma separated file, and also in the form of an Excel file, you will be able to download it. And this is the website of Certificate that I am showing over here. So specifically, again, like any other earlier software I mentioned, the links can be sent in your, say, college website, you will be able to host, or in any other company's website, one will be able to host, or if you will be able to personally reach out. You can type the email address of, or the, say specifically of the participants' target audience, and then the link will go to the email of whoever you have, whatever email you are going to mention over there. Via email also we will be able to send. So then one more software specifically is a highly advanced software with other features that are there over here. So Ask Nicely is another online questionnaire forum. So Ask Nicely is an online survey software that collects feedback daily using one of surveys. The software can be integrated to your own CRM. What do you mean by CRM? Is customer relationship management. Specifically, this is again a module of the software wherein very critically you will be able to be in connect with all the customers that are listed. So in your case, in the academic line, our customers will be our students. So we will be able to, or our target audience, we will be able to tag in the CRM, and we will be able to, a regular sampling can be done, and very fast survey we will be able to do. And many times to the same target audience, we will be able to, multiple times we will be able to, time-wise, we will be able to collect the response. So specifically, this tool is also highly compatible with the NPS. So here it is the Net Promoter Score. In short, it is called as the NPS. So very critically, we will be able to measure in an educational system. The company people, they are calling it as customer, but in our educational or specifically in an academic line, we don't call our students as customer. We are going to call them as students only, or the target audience, or who are the stakeholders whom you want to, on which group of people one is going to make the survey. So that target audience, we will be able to consider as customers over here. So selection of online survey software questionnaire tool, one criteria should be there over here. We have to see in the beginning, we have to see that whether the software, questionnaire software that I'm going to use, is it suitable for our research? Whether what type of data I want to collect, quantitative data or qualitative data. So exactly we have to see whether the software is going to suit or not. Otherwise, you have to search for a software that is going to fit all your research requirement. So blindly, without knowing, we should not select the online questionnaire software. In what way? Ultimately, whatever research data that is collected, it has to be subjected for very efficient statistical analysis we have to do. So that is why before actually taking the real-time feedback from the target audience, we have to do a pilot project. Whether say with 10 to 20 people or 10 to 50 people, we have to do the target pilot project over here, and then take down the dummy data over there, and then see in what way you will be able to analyze, see the potential of the online questionnaire software. So if it is not suitable, then you have to change the questionnaire software. Otherwise, blindly going to a real-time data collection with the wrong online questionnaire software will be a very disastrous one, because you will not be able to, time is one factor. So again, going with a different software and collecting the data will be of Herculean task, and also it is going to waste the time of the researcher. So that is why here, what I like to emphasize over here, there are hundreds of different online survey softwares and questionnaire tools are available as on today in the market. But these tools are uniquely suited for different kinds of business. Every software is designed with a purpose. Every software is designed with a specific, say, company with a specific target audience. So we have to see when we are selecting whether it is a free online questionnaire software or whether it is a paid online questionnaire software, we have to very critically see who are the target audience and what type of questions you are asking, what is the research goal. So all these things we have to equate and correlate, then only we will be able to take a highly suitable online survey software one will be able to select. So in continuation with my whatever point that I have emphasized over here, I'm going to talk about specifically the pros and cons of questionnaire design and the right type of technology we have to utilize. The questionnaire can influence the response rate achieved in the survey, the quality responses obtained, and consequently the conclusion drawn from the survey results. So whatever technology you are using, whether it is online, offline, it can be a radio interview or it can be a telecalling, a type of collection of the data, or face-to-face interview you are doing physically, then you are ticking the questions. Orally, you are physically meeting the respondent and then you are collecting his opinion. So whatever may be the type of survey that you are going to do, specifically, it has to ultimately, the conclusion drawn from the survey results has to be accurate and it has to be directional. It should be useful for the researcher to further take the data for analysis, and the data that is analyzed will become information. So that information must be useful for the researcher in writing his thesis or writing his scientific paper. So questionnaire design should be started by considering the objective of the survey. So this is what from the beginning I am emphasizing. So very clearly the research scholar has to, objective of the research, he has to very clearly keep in mind and emphasize. The question should be emphasized on the objective and related to the objective of the research. And at the same time, the software that you are going to select, the online questionnaire software that you are going to select specifically should be capable of handling the questions that are written in that particular questionnaire, and the questions to be accurately obtain this information. They should get an unbiased feedback from the target audience. So careful consideration should be given to the number of factors, including the type of questions to be asked, the questionnaire wording, the structure and design of the questionnaire, the testing the questionnaire to ensure that the quality data is collected. So even when a researcher wants to do an online survey, we should not jump into the actual research data collection. We have to do a small pilot project, a mock test has to be done, and you collect the data on a smaller scale and see what is the lacunae that is there in the questionnaire and try to refine it, and the format in which the data feedback is coming from the audience, whether that can be used by some other software for, like it can be a graph collection, or it can be a pie chart, or it can be a ANOVA or ANOCOVA or regression you want to apply. So whatever may be the type of analysis that we want to do, so the data, the quality of the data that is collected must be suitable for further statistical analysis. So on the other hand, what happens? Sincerely, the research scholar has has collected the data and he has used the technology to reach out to, say, let us say, 1,000 respondents have say responded to the questionnaire and they have given their valuable feedback. Means if the questions that are asked in the questionnaire, if it is having certain indirect or say direct sampling error is there, or the questions are not clear, questions are highly biased, means then doing the entire exercise with or without technology is not going to help. So specifically here, whether the type of software that you are going to use and in what format you are going to send it to the target audience is a difference. There is a lot of difference in methods of collecting data in quantitative, qualitative, or both you are using, called as the mixed method research. So you have to see a software where the quantitative type of feedback can be given, the qualitative type of response can be given, or you have to see make a combination of the qualitative and quantitative questions. So quantitative and qualitative or mixed method classification depends on the answers to the following questions. What philosophical approach is underpinning the research approach? So specifically, how was the information collected? Was the format structured or unstructured, whether it is flexible or a combination of both? So you have to very critically see the technology that you are using. You have to see the question and how you are specifically collecting it, in what format you are collecting it, and what type of further processing that you are going to do. So where the questions or issues discussed during the data collection is predetermined or developed during the data collection. So whether it is, again, whether it is a pre-planned or a predetermined set of questions, or randomly selected questions, or manipulated questions. So we have to very critically see the specifically when we are collecting data in quantitative and qualitative, or a hybrid of a quantitative and qualitative method we are developing. So we have to very critically evaluate it. So specifically, what is the technology for you to gather and record the information? So what I have given over here, differences in methods of collecting data in quantitative, qualitative, and mixed method is, how was the information gathered or recorded, whether it is a audio or whether it is a video, or whether it is a numerical data, whether it is a alphanumerical data, or it is not yes and no, or a radio button, or a pull down menu, or a checkbox. You have to see here whether it is a descriptive questionnaire, or a narrative questionnaire, or a categorical questionnaire. So specifically, if it is a quantitative forum, on what scale? So these are the different techniques that are very specifically used for collecting the data. And how was the information analyzed? Was it a descriptive question? Is it a categorical or a numerical analysis? Numerical analysis will be fairly easy when compared to the descriptive questions. Just like all of you are aware, MCQs, evaluating MCQ is very easy because there will be a very specific correct answer will be there among the option. So not much of error is going to happen in numerical analysis. But when we are say interpreting a descriptive question or a categorical question, there can be certain errors. Interpretation errors might be there. So that is why preferably the MCQs or numerical analysis is going to give much accurate. But in research where only the numerical data cannot be generated, we have to generate the descriptive and categorical data. Means then we have to very critically frame the questions in such a way that they can be clearly interpreted and they can be subjected for further statistical analysis. So specifically, how will be the findings will be communicated in a descriptive or analytical manner? How many different methods were used in undertaking the study? So was it only sent by email? Was it only sent by the, was it only hosted on the web page? And whether the heterogeneous target audience from all walks of society are considered for the survey, or only a biased group of people are selected for survey. So all these parameters, they are going to play a role. So here, whatever I said over here, I have given it in the form of a flow chart. So methods of data collection. So here there are very broadly, we will be able to classify it as primary source and secondary source. So the primary source here, you will be able to see over here. It can be in the form of a questionnaire, it can be an interview, or it can be an observation directly by the researcher. So what happens if it is an observation directly by the researcher is the target audience might be a participant or a non-participant. So only the researcher is going to do the observation and then he is going to fill the question form. So at that time, what is going to happen? There is every possibility that if it is a non-participant type of observation, then there can be error or it can be biased also. But it is observation, but along with the researcher, the target audience is also participating, means there can, then at that time, the biasness of the feedback can be reduced over there. Then coming to the interviewing type, whether the interview questions were structured or unstructured. So what do you mean by structured and unstructured interview? Means randomly you are asking a personal question and immediately you are shooting a technical question, or you are talking about a technical question, suddenly you are going to ask some other category question. So that is going to become a unstructured type of interviewing. Structured interviewing is very systematically, you would have segmented your questionnaire and in a very systematic way, you are going to interview. So at that time, what is going to happen? The answer that you are going to get in the structured questionnaire, at the time of interview, you are interviewing and you yourself will be ticking, or the participant will be ticking that. So that can be video recorded, or that interview's audio also can be recorded over here. So that has to be further analyzed over here. Then coming to the primary sources, if you are using specifically a questionnaire, in what media you will be able to mail questionnaire. That is, you are going to print the questionnaire in the form in a sheet and then you are going to mail it. Or collective questionnaire, specifically one will be able to use the questionnaire in this particular, and over that will be the online questionnaire. So this is how the online questionnaire is fairly easy when compared to the other. But in research, what we suggest our students is make a combination of observation, make a combination of interview, and also online should be a part, so that the biasness of the feedback can be reduced over here. Coming to the secondary source of data capture is already some agency has done the survey and they would have collected. So a researcher collects that already surveyed document and further he is going to do the analysis. A researcher is not going to directly collect the data. Some other agency would have collected the data, and then that data, the researcher using those documents, the researcher is going to work upon it. So that is specifically called as a secondary source. I'm going to emphasize over here, the researcher is not going to go and contact the participants over here. But on the other hand, some other agency, some other third-party fellow would have already collected the data here, and that already collected data, the research scholar is going to use, and then he is going to work over it. For example, so whatever census data that is collected by the census agency of the government, so what a researcher, a political science or say sociology or any other department domain researcher, what he can do is he can get hold of the census data and then further he is going to analyze it. So government publications or earlier research data or census data or personal records or the client histories or the service records. So all these different types of data is already documented by that already documented data a researcher will be able to use, and then further he will be able to do the analysis. So specifically whatever I mentioned over here, primary source and the secondary source. So primary data is the researcher undertakes the task of data collection by himself. Whereas secondary data is, the data is already available in some portal and that can be reanalyzed. So for example, if somebody has partially analyzed it or they have not analyzed the data at all, only the data they have collected and dumped it in a server means, so that data can be used by the researcher for further analysis. Okay, so what exactly the different types of say surveys one will be able to use using technically is observation. So watching and listening to interactions, you will be able to do the lot of parameters you will be able to add over here: participant observation, non-participant observation, natural, controlled, recording observations. So narrative recording you can do, categorical recording one will be able to do, either a video recording or an audio recording we will be able to do. Then on the other hand, specifically questioning the people, as I have said over there, unstructured and structured interviews are there. So in unstructured, what is going to happen? A researcher will have a freedom dynamically to again randomize the questions that he is going to ask. So specifically freedom on structure, content, wording, and the order of the question also can be shuffled wherever he needs. In a structured interview, this freedom will not be there. Interview schedule is predetermined and the questions and wording are in a systematic order. So this is where in interview, the researcher has to very carefully, he has to standardize this procedure. Whether in an interview, unstructured interview is better or a structured interview is better, he has to see by, say, conducting several mock exercises, and he has to standardize his procedure, and then only he has to collect the real-time data. Then coming to the questionnaire over here, written list of questions completed by the respondent. So specifically by either email you will be able to send, or a postal questionnaire with a cover letter one will be able to send. Then collective administration one will be able to adopt, or even in today's scenario, online questionnaire is also highly useful. So administration in a public place also can be done. So generally in malls and other places, when you are going to visit, they are going to tell you that you are going to win some amount of money or a vehicle or something they are going to say, and all your personal information they are going to collect. So when you are, say, specifically in public places, if somebody is collecting the data, you have to be extremely cautious that what data you are giving to them. So if the survey body is not known to you and what for they are using the data means, you have to be very categorical in filling the questionnaire. So specifically the combination, choose between interview schedule and the questionnaire. A hybrid of the two can be used. So under what condition you will be able to use the nature of investigation, what type of investigation you want to do, what type of data collection, what is your research goal one has to see, or geographical distribution of the study of the population. So you have to see whether it is an urban population or a rural population, or whether it is a highly educated population, or what is their economic status and what is their educational background, what is their geographical background. So all these parameters has to be taken, and accordingly the questionnaire has to be constructed. And the type of population, who are the stakeholders, what is their category. So if you go to a rural area and ask irrelevant questions that they have not experienced or that they have not used at all means, then at the time the study population, whether the study population, have they experienced it or are they aware about the questions that you are asking. So all these parameters are going to come in order to remove the biasness in the questions. So specifically, what exactly is the difference between survey and questionnaire? What is a questionnaire? Is a set of questions used to gather statistically useful information. What do you mean by a survey? What is the difference between survey and questionnaire? So when we are selecting or developing a software, we have to very critically see what we want to do, whether we want to do a survey, market survey, or whether we want to do any other type of survey, or do we want to develop a questionnaire. So questionnaire is specifically the data is not going to end there itself. Then whatever data that you are going to collect in the questionnaire, you have to specifically subject it to statistical analysis, and you have to convert the data into information from the respondents. So it's often considered as an important tool used in the survey process. Questionnaire can be a part of the survey. But on the other hand, a survey is a process which includes using questionnaire to ask the questions, collect responses, and analyze them to get the result. So analyzing and appraising are important aspects of a survey, which makes a different form of questionnaire. So depending upon what type of survey you are doing, questionnaire is a part of a survey. All this, what I said over here, questioning people, interview or teleconferencing or tele-interviews or tele-feedback collecting. So all this can be a part of a survey. But on the other hand, here a survey is an umbrella over the different methods that are adopted. But only thing is analyzing and appraising are important aspects. So whatever way you are going to collect the data, so that is why what is the technology behind collecting an online survey is there has to be, when we are going to select an online software. So what is going to happen if you are going to select some say commercial survey software, then there will be a very robust statistical software that will be attached to it. So thereby very easily we will be able to critically do the statistical analysis in that platform itself. So specifically coming to the selection of the technology in the creation of an online forum is, you have to very critically see that what type of specific questions you are going to incorporate over there. One is the descriptive questionnaire and the other one is the analytical questionnaire. So what is the meaning of descriptive questionnaire is to capture and document the extent of particular topic or issue within a population of interest. That is what exists at the moment. Questions in the questionnaire are usually focused on how many people participate in a certain behavior or hold a particular opinion. So descriptive question, not in it can be a long text or it can be a short text. That also you will be able to give a limitation, say in 10 words or in 20 words or 25 words, one will be able to give the descriptive question. And specifically, one had to see that the first-hand information is gathered from a large audience. So specifically, you will be able to see the analytical questionnaire. The second type is, first one is the descriptive questionnaire and the second one is the analytical questionnaire. An analytical questionnaire is developed to explore and explain relationship between particular concepts. It can be a totally direct. Whether you, for example, let me say over here, you have, say specifically, you have purchased a pen, let us say. So that pen company fellow is going to send you, or over telephone, he is going to ask, are you satisfied with the performance of the pen? Or is your fingers are comfortable in holding the pen? Or the color of the ergonomics of the pen, is it useful? Or say, let us say around that, let us say that it is good, the pen is going to write for several meters of writing you will be able to do in the pen. When you are going to write in the pen, and probably he might have told that it is going to write for nearly 50 meters or 60 meters, means within 10 meters itself, if the pen is ink is emptied, means then you will be able to express your comments over that. Similarly, on day-to-day basis, every product that we are going to use, every survey that we are going to use, there will be certain type of questions that should be there, that very easily you will be able to 0 for yes or 1 for no. So that very critically that can be further taken for analysis. So analytical questionnaire is going to very critically develop to explore and explain relationship between the particular concepts, that is why certain situations exist. Analytical questionnaire usually examine 2 or more variables. Not many options can be given over there. Maximum 3 to 4 variables you will be able to use over there. And generally analytical questionnaires, we will be able to very critically do the hypothesis testing. So specifically, when we are developing or selecting developing a questionnaire in a software, as I said, I showed nearly around 12 different types of softwares that are available for online form development. So in that, one will be able to specifically open-ended questions can be there, which can be unstructured. And you have the specifically the qualitative questions. Here, what is going to happen over here is the qualitative questions which are more open and allow target audience to voice their feelings. So this is what is needed. In an unbiased way, they should be able to tell the whatever opinion that they are going to give. And the notions openly, such questions record more data as they don't have predetermined set of responses. So thereby what is going to happen, the data more or less when you are going to frame the open-minded questions, free-flowing manner will be there, and more or less it will not be biased. So not having options to choose from, or on the other hand, if you are going to give a MCQ or a pull-down menu, what is going to happen? The audience is forced to select one of the options that you have given there. He is not going to give it will not be a free-flowing question. So you yourself is giving the 4 options, and out of the 4 options, one has to select one. So that is going to be a biased one. So avoiding bias and getting actual answer from the respondent. So that is what is going, that is the advantage of using the open-ended questions over here. So qualitative questions, however, prove to be hard from researcher side, as different respondents usually have a different opinion, and it becomes hard process for the qualitative data. So this is from a researcher perspective. If we are going to look at the questionnaire, then what is going to happen here is if it is a qualitative data, it will become very difficult for the researcher to group and comprehend the data. So this is how the open-ended questions are usually, they have to be at the time of interview to collect data about personal lives of the respondents and family relations, motivation, and all that can be added over there if it is required for the project. Then examples of such open-ended questions are: suggest your opinion to reduce plastic pollution or urban cities. So this is a direct question. Do you like, for one example I have given there. So when you are going to, if say you are doing a project on environmental survey, and then you are going to ask whether plastic is useful to the environment or is it a pollutant. So at that time it will be a direct question. So the only 2 options is going to have over there, whether to say yes or to no. So this is how what is going to happen over here is the critical accuracy and very specific open-ended questions can be framed, and we will be able to get the feedback. So close-ended questions specifically, they are going to come under the quantitative research. You will not be able to specifically a 1 to 10 scale or 1 to 5 scale or yes or no. So that way we will not be able to very critically come into a conclusion. So the closed-end questions are definitely usually prepared well in advance to get as many responses are possible. So here the researcher should have done some homework, and he should have worked on that question. And in 360 degrees, he has to think what type of say specifically response he may get, and how he is going to convert that response that he has got from the participants of the questionnaire, and how we will be able to convert that into a statistically analyzable format. So for this, we have to select a software wherein the software will be able to convert quantitative feedback data into a statistically analyzable format. So this is where why I am stressing on the open-ended and the close-ended question here is, when we are selecting the software, we have to see whether it is capable of analyzing quantitative data as well as qualitative data. So this is how we have to very clearly say framework. And then on the other hand, what are the specifically the open-ended or a close-ended question, make a combination so that the whatever data that is collected, whether offline or online or by mobile or by web page or by posting a questionnaire directly, the importance of questionnaire will be of highest order, and it is also very vital for research. So that is where the feedback, or it is a control or a survey without a questionnaire, is as incomplete as a dish without ingredients. So this is a very simple logic, a simple comparison I have given. So a questionnaire is an effective tool to measure the attitude, beliefs, behavior, preference, opinion, and intentions of a relatively large number of people with respect to one or more than the specific subjects. So here in the first slide also, I emphasized on the importance of questionnaire. And in my summary also, in my conclusion also, I am specifically emphasizing on the importance of questionnaire over here. So thereby, the questions that are structured in the questionnaire should be of utmost important over here. So some softwares I'll be able to, or the justification for the using technology in questionnaire preparation is the qualitative and quantitative data collected from questionnaire helps the surveyor bar researcher to create new strategies and learn about the trends in the audience. So whoever is this researcher's target audience, so they will be able to collect the opinion from them, whatever I have given over here. See this. Belief, behavior, preference, opinion, intentions. So all this we will be able to very critically collect from them. Questionnaires often let it respondents maintain their anonymity. Anonymously also we will be able to collect the data. So it is not always necessary to have a personal touch while getting the responses from the respondents. Why anonymity is needed? There should not be any influence, any type of psychological influence or any type of pressure on the target audience. So if it is collected in some cases, if it is collected anonymously, then it is going to have a better result or output is going to come from such type of data analysis. And using technology in questionnaire preparation is totally inexpensive way in collecting the data. So generates large amount of data within a small time, usually easy to understand and easy to respond design, which makes it easy to understand and respond to. So the questionnaire should not be made too complicated. It should be easy for the respondent to handle it and understand the questions. So the responses can be easily quantified. So this is the need of the hour. Whatever format we are collecting the data, it has to be quantified. In other words, what do you mean by quantified is we have to subject it to either a type of mathematical or statistical analysis we have to do over it. So it can also be used to compare another research. So we should be able to compare with any researchers who have worked in a different context on the same topic. So we will be able to compare the data that we have collected with that of the other researcher, and it's easy to analyze and come to a conclusion, come to a decision by using the online questionnaire. So data analysis will become very, very easy. So what are the disadvantages is there are every technology, every method has got its own advantages, and also it has also got disadvantages. So I cannot just propagate only the advantage. There are also certain disadvantages. Respondents are sometimes dishonest while answering the question. So they may not read the question simply blindly, they may shade, or they may simply tick the mouse button to it. So this is called as a dishonest feedback. So when it comes to open-end questions, it becomes difficult to understand and interpret the responses. So when you are going an open-end question, the researcher will have a problem in converting it into a statistically, say, analyzed way. And the questionnaire isn't a preference tool to know about the feelings and emotions of respondents. So one will not be able to measure it. Only when we are having a personal interaction with our research participants, then only we will be able to record their feelings and emotions and other things. And the online questionnaire is a lack of personalization and demotivate the respondents, and many don't even respond to it. So what is going to happen, even if we are going to send it to 100 email account, out of that 50% may not respond at all, because the personalization is not there, and they may not be motivated to answer that questionnaire. So this is the disadvantage that we are having using technology in our data collection. So sometimes a personalized data collection will be better in some sort of research. Or another major, say, negativity that we are going to see with online questioning is somehow, if we are going to send it to, as I said, we might have mailed it to say 100 and odd people, just as an example I am taking, but not all 100 they will be responding to our questionnaire. Only say 25% or 30% are going to respond to it. Then again, at the time, it becomes the data collection is going to become little biased. So with this, I conclude. If you have any questions, you can ask.